Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please check it. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Guys, please respond for me. Am I audible? Guys, respond for me. Am I audible? Shivan below. All right. Good afternoon, guys. All right, sir. And at the end of this session, I'll provide to you a link. I think all of you are having link on this Java. That means this classroom notes link. So today, again, at the end of this session, I will give link to you how to access this classroom notes every day. Right. Anyway, then before that, today the topic is language fundamentals. That very simple topic. At the same time, a required topic for everybody. Language fundamentals. This topic is required for the people those who are not having any awareness on computer science, not having awareness on programming languages. So previously you might be understand C programming language, C++ programming language. Then after that might be now Java we are understanding that. For example, if you don't know anything about these programming languages, you don't have any awareness on these programming languages, then definitely we are able to get some content from this particular content. So this is useful at a startup point of time. Everybody has to put more concentration. Moreover, what we have seen in the C++ about these language fundamentals and what we are understanding about these language fundamentals, both are totally different. In C and C++, you had some conclusions about language fundamentals, but in Java, we are having another conclusions that we are going to understand clearly. In Java style, all the points here we are understanding. Is that all of you are getting it or not? Totally in Java style, we are understanding all the concepts. Okay, anyway, leave this one. Now try to understand it now. So before going to start this topic, first of all, I'd like to ask one question to you. Now try to answer for me. Say for example, all of you listen carefully. For example, I want to construct a building. I want to construct a building. Tell me what resources I require, what resources I have to get. Of course, manpower is required. All right, and cement, bricks, and what next one here? Apart from this, water, iron, right? So and so on and so on. So many resources were required. Out of all these resources, what resources are natural resources and what resources are human created resources? No. First of all, I require natural resources. Now tell me what resources are natural resources? No. Sand. Natural resources are the resources which must be provided by the nature, which are not possible for the human being to create. Am I right or not? So then where one of the thing is what there, like what there, sand is one of the thing. Water is another one. Am I right or not? And so on. Like this, some of the resources are required. So which are not created by the human being, which must be provided by the nature only. So all of you are following or not? Similarly, being the Java developer, if I want to prepare any Java application, if I want to construct any Java application, I need some resources, where some resources might be created by the developer and some other resources are created by the programming language. Some resources are created by the developer and some other resources are created by the nature in the sense, in a programming language is no programming language is what their nature. Yes sir, got it or not? What exactly the resources, what exactly the features which are provided by programming language by default to prepare Java applications, that programming language feature which are provided by Java programming language to prepare our applications, that inbuilt features, that predefined features are called as language fundamentals, basics of the programming languages, fundamental units of the programming languages. Sir, all of you are getting my point or not? So try to understand it clearly what I am telling now. Observe carefully. To prepare Java applications, Java has to provide some basic units, some basic programming units, basic programming elements. Instead of saying these units, I can say like what they're elements which are not created by the developers explicitly, called, these are called language fundamentals. The fundamental units are required. They are called as what they're language fundamentals. Okay, as usual, the same point here I'm saying to you. If you want to construct any building, some like some resources are required which are not possible for the human being to create, which must be provided by the nature. They are natural resources. In the same way, some natural resources are required in Java to prepare Java applications, which must be provided by the Java programming language and which are not possible for the developers to create explicitly. Got it or not? So these natural resources are called like what their language fundamentals. Are you forgetting it or not? Okay, fine. What are the various language fundamentals which are created by the developers? If you observe this, understand it clearly. To create or to prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following fundamentals. The following fundamentals. What are the various fundamentals which are provided by Java? Right. The very first one. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following fundamentals. What are the various fundamentals? No, the very first one is like what their tokens. First one is what are their tokens. Observe carefully. After these tokens, data types. The second one is like what are their data types. After these tokens, the second one is what their data types. After these data types, now typecasting conversion from one data type to another data type, typecasting. After completion of this typecasting, next one is Java statements. Java statements. Some statements are available, predefined statements in Java. That is Java statements here we have to understand. After these Java statements, next one is arrays concepts. Another one is what there? Arrays content. Right, sir? Now tell me, to prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following fundamental units. What are the various fundamental units we required here which are provided by Java? Tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements, then what next one here? Arrays. Sir, all of you are following or not? Out of all these concepts, that arrays topic, I will discuss with you later on, not immediately. Why? Because as of now, immediately, we don't require arrays concepts. I want to discuss about this arrays topic, maybe after completion of the object orientation or just before understanding like what their collection framework. There only I'm going to discuss about like what their arrays concepts, not immediately. Are you following or not? This is a clear-cut information about like what their language fundamentals, the content here now. All right, sir. Now here we need to understand like what their tokens. Here we have to understand what exactly the meaning of token. What is the meaning of this particular token here? I want to give some definition to you. Now try to understand it here. First of all, I will give a definition, simple definition. The logical individual unit, the logical individual unit in Java programming is a lexeme. Right, sir? This is what their a lexeme. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Now I'm giving definition for what their lexeme, not for token. Right? Observe carefully. The logical individual unit in Java programming. The logical individual unit in Java programming is a lexeme. Lexeme. Definition I'm telling there. I will give in practical. I will give what exactly the meaning of lexeme here. All right. After this, after understanding this lexeme, the next one is the collection of lexemes under a particular groups. The collection of lexemes under a particular group. Under a particular group is called, the group name is called is a token. The group is called token. This is the simple definition for what their token. All of you observe carefully, guys, what I'm telling to you know. The logical individual unit in Java programming is what there is a lexeme. The collection of lexemes under a particular group is called a token. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Now see this. I will take an example. Through this example here, we are going to understand what exactly the meaning of this content here. Now try to observe clearly. For example, I have a statement. Int a is equal to b plus c star d semicolon. Yes, sir. Int a is equal to b plus c star d semicolon. This is a statement where how many lexemes are available and how many tokens are available, that we have to understand clearly. What are the various lexemes are existed? What are the various tokens are available? That we have to understand. Clear? Understand this clearly now? First of all, let me write lexemes. What are the various lexemes are existed here? Now try to understand it now. Int A, B, C. All right, sir. I think so. I want to give clearly A equal B plus C star, after the star D semicolon. Overall, how many lexemes are available? If you observe this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Overall, 9 lexemes are existed. Each and every individual logical unit in Java programming is a lexeme. A logical unit. Each and every logical unit is a lexeme. So here, all these are logical units only in a programming up to this part here. I think this colon is not available here. Just for the sake of your separation, I have written. Right. Overall, how many number of lexemes are available here? 9 number of lexemes are available. Got it or not? Okay, fine. This is completed. Then after this, tokens. How many tokens are available from this example? If you observe this, I'll give some list now. Try to understand it clearly. First of all, data types. How many data types are available here? Only one. That means int. Int is what there. Int is what there is a data type. All right, sir. Next one, A comma B comma C comma D. All these are like what they now tell me. These are like what their variables. All these are like what their variables. Am I right or not? A comma B comma C comma D. All these are what their variables. Next one is after that equal comma plus a comma star. All these are like what their operators. They are the categories. These are the groups. The collection of lexemes come under a particular group. That group is represented as what there as a token. All right, sir. Now these are like what their operators. Operators. Here we can understand. Next one is what there. Then after this, no semicolon. Semicolon. It is what their special symbol, or simply speaking, terminator in Java. It is a special symbol, or we can say it is what there a terminator in Java. Yes, sir. All of you get my points or not? All right. Now overall here, how many number of tokens are existed in Java? If you observe this, overall 4 types of tokens are available. How many types of tokens are available here? 4 types of tokens are existed. Yes, sir. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on my points now? Tell me guys, then what exactly the content here we are discussing here now? The total. Today I started about like what their language fundamentals. The topic here I started. What exactly the purpose of this language fundamentals? No. What is the meaning of this language fundamentals? No. If you want to prepare any Java application, there we required some features, some resources we required. Where about among all the resources now, some of the resources are created by the developers and some of the resources are not created by the developers here. Some of the resources are created by the developers and some of the resources are not created by the developers here. Observe carefully. What resources are created by the developers and what resources are not created by the developers? If you observe this, the resources which are not possible for the developers, the resources which are not possible for the developers, the resources which must be created by, which must be provided by the programming languages, these resources are called language fundamentals. These features are what they're language fundamentals. What are the various language fundamentals we require to prepare our Java applications? If you observe this, nearly 5 resources or 5 fundamental blocks, fundamental units are provided by the Java programming language to prepare our Java applications. What are the 5 fundamental units here now? First one is tokens, next one is a data types, next one is a typecasting, next one is a Java statements, and the last one is what their arrays. Yes, sir. Overall, these are the fundamental units what we are having to prepare our Java applications. There among all these things, now here we are having the content is like what their tokens. What exactly the meaning of tokens? What you are understanding there? All right, sir. Tokens is very clear. The logical individual unit in Java programming is called a lexeme. Then after this, collection of lexemes under a particular group. collection of lexemes that come under a particular group. That come under a particular group is called a token. Token is a definition here. Right, sir. Example I have given, into A is equal to B plus C star D. Into A is equal to B plus C star D, that we provided clearly. Now here, into A is equal to B plus C star D, if you observe this, where how many number of lexemes are available here? Nearly 9 number of lexemes are available. Int A equal B plus C star D, semicolon. Overall, 9 number of lexemes are existed. But how many types of tokens are available here? No, right? 4 types of tokens are available. That means what are the various categorizations are available here? Int is one category. A, B, C, D are variables. This is one type. Next one is a plus, equal, plus, star are what their operators. Semicolon is what their special symbol or terminator. Overall, how many types of tokens are available overall here? 4 types of tokens are existed. Yes, sir. Are you forget my point or not? So this is exactly the meaning of like what there, the tokens what you are having clearly, the types of tokens what you are having clearly. All right, sir. That's okay, fine now. After understanding this, what are the various tokens are available in Java to prepare our Java applications? What are the various tokens are possible in Java to prepare our Java applications? If you observe the types of tokens in Java applications, no, understand this. What are the various types are available here? To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following types of tokens. Java has provided the following types of tokens. What are the various tokens are available? Observe carefully. First one is like what their identifiers. Yes, sir. What is this first one now? Identifiers. The second one is like what their literals. Identifiers first one. Next one is what their literals. Next one is keywords or reserved words. Next one is what their keywords or reserved words. Observe carefully. After completion of these keywords or reserved words, the next one is like what their operators. The fourth one is what their operators. Sir, got it or not? Tell me how many types of tokens are available in Java. First one is what their identifiers. Next one is what their literals. Next one is what their keywords or reserved words. Then after that, what next one here no? Operators. These are overall 4 types of tokens are available in Java to prepare our Java applications. These are overall 4 types of tokens to prepare our Java applications. So all of you are following these points or not? Nothing. These are the fundamentals. See, we can understand it. This is a platform to start our programming. Whatever the topics now I'm discussing there, all these are what their platform to start our programming. If we want to start programming part, there we have to understand what they're all these fundamental units. Without knowing these fundamental units, we are unable to start our programming. We are unable to prepare Java applications effectively. If you want to prepare Java applications effectively, definitely we require some fundamental units. That fundamental units now we are discussing about like what their language fundamentals. Clear or not? Small programs only. Now we are learning core Java. In core Java, that application development with the small programs only. Don't expect immediately an enterprise application development in core Java. And a JTSC part, no, nothing else about this enterprise application development. Simple programs only. Proofs related programs only. In this way only we have to understand J2SC, that means core Java. Once we started with advanced Java in the sense like what are J2EE, JDBC or servlets or JSPs, no, from that point onwards, enterprise application development is going to be happen. But we need to understand it clearly about this content here. All of you are getting it or not? All right, now leave this one here. First of all, let us start with the identifiers. What exactly the meaning of identifiers? Let's understand this. Identifiers. Right, sir. Now, I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Simple question, sir. General knowledge. Say, for example, one occasion is going on at my home, for example. So there is a celebration, some occasion is going on. Why, sir? Why you are looking seriously? Really, I'm telling you. Huh? We are not eligible for celebrating any occasions at my home. Okay, fine. We have an occasion. I want to invite all the members. Of course, I can give a general invitation by providing one notice on notice board. You're all, dear students, you're all invited for this particular occasion at my home. I can give a general notice. Maybe if I give a general notice there, maybe people are hurted. Why? Because they are not receiving any individual invitation. They are expecting some individual invitation. Okay, no problem. I want to give some individual invitation. So I prepared some cards. Cards or maybe some invitation letters, something else, some arrangements I have done. And then directly, when you are coming inside the class now, myself, I want to give that invitation card to you and I want to invite separately, individually for each and every person. So the moment when I'm going to take these classes there, every batch is startup time. I have to stand there. I have to stand there and outside of the class with a bunch of cards. I have to distribute that cards to you. How I'm going to distribute that cards to you know? Again, definitely on that invitation card, there are some columns, there are some fields. Name, mainly name. Am I right or not? Name, that's enough. Not more than that, just name only. Okay, definitely I will take that card when you are coming to me, or else maybe when you are coming inside the class now, I will ask your name, then please give your name. Then if you give your name there, I will write that name, then I will give that invitation card to you. Okay, on that particular day, you may attend for my celebrations at my home, some occasion at my home, some event at my home. Sir, got it or not? Definitely. Then I will one day, one fine day, I will invite all of you. But everybody has to come for that invitation. But where gifts are acceptable? If it is not possible to send gifts, no, I will give my account number. No problem. You can send money also. Minimum gift range, some ranges are available, right? Minimum gift range, minimum 1 lakh. If it is not possible, minimum one bracelet or one gold chain. Then only you're all welcome. Otherwise, not possible. Yes, sir. Ready? Core Java fees is only few, right? But your gift cost is too much, sir. No? Fine. Anyway, the point here, what I am telling there, if I want to invite each and every person individually, I require your identity or not? You're all sitting in front of me. If I want to call the persons individually, definitely some identity is required for me or not? That means I need to use some identity of you or not? You're having your identity, right? What is your identity? With what I need to access each and every person? What is your identity? Don't say Durgasoft ID number. No, that's okay. That is ID number just before your door, classroom door, before the classroom entry, right? Once you are inside the classroom now, then I need to, I can call each and every person with your identity, right? What is that identity there? Your name, your beautiful name. I don't want to use that like what there, NAC 01 or maybe 05, 07 like this. No, it's not good. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? Fine, whatever it may be. So all of you are having your identity. By using that identity only, I'm able to access. Sir, got it or not? So what is your identity? Your name. Your name. Your name is what there? An identity. Through that only, I can access that each and every person individually. Similarly, in Java applications, we are able to write number of variables, more and more number of methods, more and more number of classes, more and more number of packages, more and more number of interfaces, more and more number of programming elements we are going to write. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? In Java applications, we are going to write more and more number of elements in our applications now. Whenever we are writing more and more number of elements now, we require some identity for each and every element or not? Writing is not sufficient. Once we have written some element there, I have to access them. For example, a variable I have written, but I need to access them. I have written some methods now, but I have to access them. If you define some programming elements in Java applications and we have to access them, but if you want to access them, definitely we require some identity for each and every element or not. So there I need to provide some identity for each and every programming element. That identity for each and every programming element is a name. I'm going to give some name for each and every programming element there. For each and every programming element, I need to provide a particular name, some name. The name what we are providing for this programming element is called an identifier. The name which we provided to the programming elements is called as what there, right, is an identifier. Yes sir, all of you understand this, what exactly the points here I'm telling to you. Try to observe this clearly. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, interfaces, and so on and so on and so on. So many programming elements are available. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, interfaces, and so on and so on and so on. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Right, so now this is the simple definition for what their identifier. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on this? One more simple example. Try to understand it now. All of you are having your own names. Everybody, all of you are having your own names. Just I'm asking now, do you know what is the history behind your name? Definitely, some history is there for everybody's name. In the background, some history is available. Do you know that what is the history behind your name? Yes, sir. Yes, I'm asking there. Okay, even not that background history. Of course, definitely. If the Balakrishna movie, definitely some history is there, right? Samarasimha Reddy, Veerasimha Reddy recently, I think so, right? So definitely some history is there. Similarly, your name is also be having some history. Or else leave that one. Do you know how you got that name? How you got that name? Of course, your parents have given that name. How you got that name? Do you have any awareness on it? There is a process actually. There is a process now. For every parent, when a baby was born, maybe I think so, maybe at the 45th day or maybe 21st day or something, I don't know exactly that occasion. On this particular, after a few days of time, parents might be went to the temple or maybe church or maybe masses, wherever it may be. There some pandits are available. Parents might be went there. Parents asked to that pandits, no, my baby was born on this particular day, on this particular time. Please, can you suggest some name for my baby? Immediately, what pandits are doing there? The pandits are not giving immediately some letter. The pandits are calculating something on here. Right or not? They will check everything on here. But what they are seeing that in the air, I don't know. But they are able to see something on here. They're calculating some numerically or maybe some astrologically, something else. They're able to calculate it. And finally, they used to say, your baby name must be started with S, must be started with D, must be started with K, something else. They used to say some letter. Then immediately what our parents are doing there, immediately they'll come to home, they'll open the laptop, there they will open the Google, the beautiful names which are started with S, search in Google. A list of names are coming. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? List of names are coming. Then immediately people are identifying the beautiful name, and then people are going to give that name to their baby. So everybody's name is having like this only. But time to time, some trending is going to be happen there. Some new conventions are coming there. Then as per that, even names are also be changed as of now. Sir, am I right or not? So as per that only the names are coming. That means the point what I'm telling there, to provide a name for each and every person, internally we have to follow some rules and regulations. Without having rules and regulations, we are unable to give names. Am I right or not? See, understand it now. Everybody is available here. Any of you are having your name which is started with 9? Only your name is 9? With any digit you are having your name? No, you are having a clear cut name there, right? So where some rules and regulations are available internally to provide name for you. Similarly, in Java programming, if you want to give names for the variables, if you want to give names for the classes, names for the methods, names for the interfaces, or if you want to provide identifiers in Java applications, if you want to provide identifiers in Java applications, you want to provide identifiers in Java applications, there we have to follow a set of rules and regulations. Not on flow, definitely not in our own interest. We have to follow a set of rules and regulations. Java has given a set of rules and regulations to provide names for the programming elements. There, as the Java developer, being the Java learner, we have to understand what exactly the rules and regulations are provided by Java to prepare these identifiers, to provide identifiers for the programming elements. Is that all of your point following or not? So the point here, what I am telling there, to provide identifiers, to provide identifiers to the programming elements, Java has provided the following rules and regulations. Java has provided the following rules and regulations. What are the various rules and regulations are provided by Java? To provide identifiers to the programming elements, Java has provided the following rules and regulations. What are the various rules and regulations which are provided by Java programming language? Everybody understand this? Rule number one. Listen carefully. All Java identifiers must not be started with a number. All Java identifiers must not be started with a number. All Java identifiers may start with a number, may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. No issues. Identifiers may start with underscore symbol or dollar symbol or an alphabet, but must not with a number. Identifiers must not be started with a number. Starting symbol must not be a number. But the subsequent symbols may be a number, but the subsequent symbols may be a number or an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. Everybody understand it clearly. Try to digest the punch here. All Java identifiers must not be start with a number. All Java identifiers may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be, a number or an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. Example I'm telling to you, observe carefully. Of course, in a single name, multiple words are available. In a single name, multiple words are available. First word, first symbol should not be a number. First word, first symbol may be an alphabet, maybe underscore symbol, maybe dollar symbol. And in the remaining part of the identifier, in the remaining part, second word, first symbol, third word, first symbol, fourth word, first symbol, and so on. It may be number, it may be underscore, it may be dollar, it may be an alphabet. But first word, first symbol should not be a number. It may be an alphabet, it may be a dollar, it may be an underscore symbol. Some examples here I'm telling to you, now try to understand clearly. There, here we are going to check valid or invalid cases only, but try to understand it now. Say for example, int ENO is equal to 111. All right, so int 9 ENO is equal to 999. Observe carefully. String, all right, sir, underscore ename is equal to Durga. All right, float dollar ESL is equal to 5000.0 EF. Observe carefully. String EMP 9 ID is equal to E-999. All of you observe carefully. String EMP underscore name is equal to Durga. Observe carefully. Float E-sal in dollars is equal to E-sal in dollars is equal to 5000.0 of something else. There are the various examples that are given. Now, out of all this, now tell me which are valid and which are invalid. Which are valid and which are invalid here we have to understand. Right, sir? Now tell me what is this first one, guys? Now tell me first one is valid or invalid now. Int ENY is equal to 111, valid. It doesn't have any problem here. It is a valid. Next one, now tell me here what is this now. Int 9 ENO identifier is started with 9. But what is our rule here? All Java identifiers must not be started with a number. Should not be started with a number. Number should not be the first one in any identifier. But here I provided number is the first one or not. So this is what they're invalid. Yes, sir. This is what they're invalid. Observe carefully. After this, after completion of this, now tell me string underscore ename started with underscore. Right, sir? That identifier may start with underscore symbol or not? Right, identifiers may start with what there an alphabet or underscore symbol. Yes, it is valid. It is valid. Understand this clearly. This is what they're valid. Next one is identifier started with the dollar. Possible or not possible? Yes, it is possible. Dollar valid. Valid. This is also be valid. Started with what there dollar. Next one is after this identifier started with like what there. That means all right. So one more thing here I'm telling there. Identifiers in the middle of the identifier subsequent symbols you have written as what their number. Starting symbol shouldn't be a number, but in the middle of the identifier we can use number at any location. Only starting symbol should not be a number, but in the middle of the identifier we can use that number. We don't have any problem here. Right, sir. Now this is what there is. It a valid or invalid here now? Yes, it is a valid. Please remember these identifiers in the sense only names of the variables only we have to check. Don't check in the value of the variables. I'm not talking about values now. Values are nothing but literals. There we will discuss separately. Are you following or not? Now I'm talking about only variables names. There we have to check that validity or invalidity. We have to check inside the variables only. Variables names in the sense what their identifiers. All right. Then what about the next one? EMP underscore name underscore symbol is allowed or not? As a starting symbol only. As a starting symbol itself is allowed. So in the middle automatically we are able to allow that. So now here it is what they're valid. Here we can understand. Now tell me here what is the last one here? No? Valid or invalid? No. Yes, valid. Definitely it is valid. It's a valid here. We can understand clearly. All right, so now these are overall examples here we can understand about like what there about the first rule, very first rule. Tell me guys, then what exactly the first rule can now tell me? All Java identifiers must not be started with a number. Must not be started with a number. All Java identifiers may start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or a dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be a number, an alphabet or underscore symbol or a dollar symbol. All the cases here I've written, there we can check valid or invalid kind of content here. So got it or not? All right. Next one is after completion of this, the second point here, what I am telling to you after this, listen carefully. All Java identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. This is commonly what people are doing the mistake now. This is very, very frequently used mistake in the programming. One more point I'm telling there, 90% of the errors are coming in Java programming due to the lack of awareness on these concepts. Because of these unknown concepts only, people are getting nearly 90% of the errors in their programming. But if you're strong in this fundamental area, 90% of the errors we are able to remove. Right, out of this commonly doing mistakes, one of the mistake commonly we are providing is what there, this particular one. Why? Because all of us are very much habituated with English language. In English language, everywhere we are going to use some space between words. Am I right or not? So everywhere we are going to provide some space between words. The same convention we are trying to put inside the programming. Unknownly, we are going to provide the same kind of convention. Due to that, we are able to get some errors. That's why here itself, at starting point of programming languages, here itself I'm telling to you, all Java identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. All Java identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. Yes, sir, got it or not? Now let's understand this clearly. Examples I'm telling to you. Say for example, int emp space no is equal to 111. Next one is what there? String or else maybe here I want to give right information also. Int emp no is equal to 111. Next one, for this string emp name is equal to Durga, for example. String emp space address addr is equal to Hyderabad. That's it. Now observe carefully. First one is like what I'm telling to you. Int emp space no valid or invalid? No. Valid or invalid? No. Invalid. It is invalid. Why, sir? Why it is invalid there? Now tell me. In emp no, emp space no we provided or not? This is not possible. There we are able to get compilation error. Right. What about the next one? You know, emp name, emp no. No space is available between emp and no. Directly here we have written. Now what about this one? Valid or invalid? No. Yes, so this is like what there? It is valid. It is valid. Now tell me, what about the next one here? String emp without the space name, emp name is equal to Durga. Then what about this one? Valid or invalid? No. Valid. What about the next one here? No. Invalid here. Why it is invalid then? Now tell me. Here we provided what there space. So between the words in a single identifier, between the multiple words in a single identifier, we should not allow spaces. We must not allow spaces in the middle of the identifier. Is that all of you are following or not? All right. So next one. For this point number 3. Observe carefully. All Java identifiers are not allowing operators. All Java identifiers are not allowing operators. Operators in the middle of the identifiers, not possible to provide what their operators. Moreover, operators are going to be provided over the operands now, not inside the identifier, not within the inside the identifier. So Java identifiers are not allowing operators. Let's see some points here I'm telling to you. String emp dot email is equal to, all right, so now @durgasoft.com. I've written it. Next one is after this float emp plus sal is equal to some value here we provided. Next one, after completion of this, string emp hyphen addr or minus is equal to Hyderabad. String emp star id is equal to e-111. e-111 like this. Now tell me, what are valid and what are invalid here? No, what about this? 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. What I say specify no operators, right? Okay, now in place of this here, I want to provide like what there slash. Okay, right. Now tell me what we are getting, sir. What about the first one here? No, valid or invalid? No, invalid. This is what there invalid. Why? Because slash is provided. What is this slash? Actually division operator. But the division operator operators are not allowed inside the identifiers. Next one is what there. Then after this, after completion of this, float emp plus a sal. emp plus a sal 50,000. Now tell me, what about this one here? Valid or invalid? No, invalid. Why it is invalid here? No, plus a symbol we have used in the middle of the identifier, so it's not possible. Next one is what there? emp minus addr. Minus I have used here. Again, this is what there? Invalid. Invalid. Again, this is what there? Invalid. Next one is emp star id. EMP star ID. Star we have used here. Star is a multiplication operator, so it should not be used. So there, here we are getting like what there? Invalid case here. Of course, then the point is like what I'm telling to you. All Java identifiers are not allowing operators. All Java identifiers are not allowing what there? Operators. All right, next one. After this, point number 4. Everybody, observe carefully. All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols. All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbols and dollar symbols. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbols and what next one here? No, dollar symbols. Clear? All of you are getting clarity? Right. So now let's see some examples here on the basis of this. You are able to understand it now. Say for example, int emp dot no is equal to 111. Next one is a string emp underscore name is equal to Durga. Next one is after that string emp hyphen addr is equal to Hyderabad. Next one after this string emp at the rate Hyderabad is equal to Durga. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Next one is after this. Now string all right, sir. Say for example std comma all right email comma id is equal to Durga at the rate durgasoft.com. Right, sir. Now these many examples here I'm telling there. Now tell me here what are valid cases and what are invalid cases here we have to understand. Tell me guys, what about the first one here? No, emp.no that I have written. Now tell me what is this actually? Dot is what there? Right, dot is a special symbol. Am I right or not? So valid or invalid? No, invalid. This is invalid. Now tell me what is this one here? No, now tell me emp underscore name. Underscore symbol is allowed or not allowed? Please read this statement here. All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except what symbols? No, underscore symbol and dollar symbol. Both are allowed or not allowed? Underscore symbol and dollar symbol are allowed here. Right from first point onwards, we are thinking about this point. Identifiers are allowing underscore symbols and dollar symbols here. So okay, the point is what there underscore symbol is allowed. So this is like what there valid. Now tell me string emp hyphen addr allowed or not allowed? That means valid or invalid? Invalid. This is invalid. Why it is invalid, sir? Come on, why it is invalid? No, hyphen. Hyphen is what there? Special symbol. Maybe you may think of it hyphen or minus, both are same here. Even operators are also be not allowed. All right, so next one after this emp at the rate Hyderabad at the rate symbol is what there? Special symbol. Now what about this one? Valid or invalid? No, invalid. This is invalid. Next one emp, that means std comma email comma id. What is this now? Comma is what there? Special symbol or not? Yes, a special symbol. Again it is what there? Invalid. Next one is after that string hash customer address CADDR is equal to Hyderabad, for example. What about this one? Valid or invalid? No, invalid. Why it is invalid here? Hash symbol here we have used. These hash symbols are not allowed inside like what their identifiers. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? Now next one is observe carefully. Let's say for example, all right, sir. Now here email is equal to abc at the rate durgasoft.com. Now tell me valid or invalid now? Here I provided Durgasoft. Here we provided Durgasoft at the rate. At the rate is valid or invalid now? At the rate is valid or invalid now? This is valid, but where we provided at the rate symbol in the value, inside the double quotation, we provided this at the rate symbol. It is accepted. It's valid. We can provide that at the rate symbol inside the value. No issues there. In Java, there is a specialty with the string values. Inside the double quotation is nothing but string values actually. String literals no. Inside the string literals, inside the string values no, we can include all the alphabets, we can include all the digits, we can include all special symbols, no problem. Within the double quotation, we can write anything. Inside the double quotation, we can write what there? Anything. Is that all of you are following or not? So we have to recognize this. Now tell me, what about this one here? Valid or invalid? No. This is valid only. Of course. Now here we have to check with only what there with the identifier only, not with the values. No. Values may include anything inside the double quotations here. No. Right. So now this is about like what there. Another point here we can understand. Right. Observe carefully. Operators also here we understood there. Now special symbols also here we understood. Now try to understand it clearly. All Java identifiers are not using, all Java identifiers are not using keywords. All Java identifiers are not using keywords. You should not use keyword as an identifier. Not possible to use a keyword as an identifier. Sir, or if you get my point or not, we should not use all keywords as what there as an identifier. Okay. Let's see this one here. Say for example here I am providing to you. Observe carefully. Int a is equal to 10. Yes, sir. Int a is equal to 10. No issues up to now. A is a normal variable. We have taken int a is equal to 10. That's okay. No problem. Clear or not? Now observe carefully. Int break is equal to 10. Break is what their predefined keyword or not? As in programming languages, break statements are available. It's a predefined keyword. So that we have to be provided here. Next one is after this. Float for is equal to 10.0 f over for. Actually for loop is available or not? Where inside the for loop, for is what there? For is a keyword. That keyword we are using as what there? As an identifier here. Okay, now this is one point. Now try to understand it clearly. Then apart from this, string, for example, continue is equal to, all right, some data. What data here we want to provide there? Some ABC. Again here, break, in which way we are having break statement. In the same way, we are having what there? Continue statement is available. In which way we are having break statement, you know, in the same way, continue statement is available. Sir, are you getting it or not? Like this here, we are able to utilize the content here. Now tell me, what about the first case here? No, valid or invalid? No, valid. Up to this is valid, no problem. A is not a keyword, is a variable name. We can use, no issues. Next one is the int break. Break here we provided, sir. Break is what there? Valid or invalid? No. Break is what there? Valid or invalid? No. Invalid. Break is what there? Is a predefined keyword in Java. Now tell me, what about the next one? No, for. Again, for is also a keyword in Java. So this is what there? Invalid. String continue. What is this continue actually? Is also a keyword. This is like what there? Invalid. You may have one question in your mind, I think so. You may have one question. Sir, okay, all the rules and regulations here I'm understanding, I'm following. Okay, I don't have any problem. But you are saying that all Java identifiers are not using keywords now. But I don't know what exactly keyword set is available in Java. What are keywords? I don't know. But you are saying on the basis of this particular point. But how I can recognize which are keywords and which are non-keywords? If I want to evaluate these examples, no, first of all, I need to know what exactly the keywords inside the Java. Then only I can answer for these questions. But as of now, I don't know anything about keywords. How am I able to get the keywords concepts here? How I'm going to identify which things are keywords and which things are non-keywords? You may have that kind of questions in our mind. Not only here, even here also. So in Java here, I don't have any awareness on like what their underscore symbols or maybe like special symbols. Much awareness is not available. But how I can give answer for these questions? No. Right. For that, I'm giving clarity. When we are moving towards our content, whenever we are completing some topics there, automatically you are going to get awareness on each and every fundamental unit. Not immediately. I'm not saying immediately you have to identify this is valid or this is invalid now. But of course, this is a break statement, continue for all these are general keywords only. Everybody might be aware about them. Those who are aware about programming languages, those who are aware about that C programming language, at least there you might be aware about this. These are the general keywords. Or else maybe in the tokens word keywords and reserved words topic is available. There I'm going to list out all keywords which are available in Java. Once if we complete all keywords which are available in Java, there we can understand, there we are able to understand clearly like what there all the keywords, what are the keywords are available inside the Java. After that we can evaluate all of them. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? The moment when we go for company written days, whenever we are getting this kind of questions now, by the time we are able to get complete awareness on which are keywords and which are not keywords, which are special symbols, which are not special symbols, which are like digits and which are not digits now. Then everything we are able to get awareness. On the basis of that only, we'll move on what there, the required exams there. Okay, it may take some time. No need to think much about it here. Once we are completing all these points now, then we are able to understand the content effectively. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Okay, so all these are like what the generalized information only. No need to think too much about this content clearly. All right, sir. Now, of course, already keywords point already we understood that. Then, as part of that, one more point I want to add now. One more point I want to add now. Now, try to understand this another point here. Sixth point. Sixth point. All of you observe carefully. The sixth point now. Right, sir. Sixth point. All Java identifiers are not using data types. Primitive data types. More clearly, I'm telling there. All Java identifiers are not using primitive data types. Yes, sir. You know already what are the various primitive data types in general in the programming languages. Any idea what are the primitive data types? No, already you are aware about it, right? Right, sir. Then what are the various primitive data types inside the Java? We can understand byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, character. 8 number of primitive data types are available. All Java identifiers are not using primitive data types like byte, short, int, long, float, double. Then what next one here? No, char, boolean. Right or not? These are not going to be allowed inside the identifiers. Let's see this one here. I want to give some clarity. No, say for example, int is equal to 10. Okay, for our clarity purpose, I'm giving int a is equal to 10. Int is equal to 10. In place of a, I'm trying to use int again. Observe carefully. After completion of this, another thing is like what I'm telling to you. Float double is equal to double is equal to 22.22f. Double float is equal to 33.333d. Observe carefully. Then after this, long byte is equal to 50. So all of you are getting it or not? So like this here, we are able to provide different examples for it. Right, sir. What are the various things here I'm telling there? First one is like what there? Int a is equal to 10 now. Right, sir. Now tell me, valid or invalid now? As this is like what there? Valid. Int is equal to 10. Int is equal to 10 now. Valid or invalid now? Come on, int. In place of a, I have used what there? Int. Data type I have used there. Valid or invalid now? Invalid. This is invalid. Observe carefully. Next one is what there? Then what I am telling there? Float to double is equal to 22.22f. Float to double is equal to 22.22f. Why? Because double is one of the primitive data type. But as a variable, we are trying to use this. So this is like what I am telling there now, invalid. Next one is after this. After this, observe carefully. Double float is equal to 33.333d. Double float is equal to 33.33d. Then what's the value here we are getting there now? Tell me. All right, sir. Now this is like what there? Invalid. Why it is invalid there? Right. In place of a variable, we have used data type. Float is a data type now. This data type here we have used it there. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Next one. Long byte is equal to 50. Byte is one of the primitive data type here. Long data type we have used. Now here, this also will wrong. Now this also will not possible. This is like what I'm telling there, no, invalid. Right, sir? Observe carefully. Valid or invalid cases here are given about these data types now. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point or not? So now tell me what exactly the point here we are specifying there now. All Java identifiers are not using primitive data types like byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. Right. Now these are the things here we can understand. One more thing here I'm telling to you. Say for example, char boolean is equal to, all right, single quotation a. Again, this is like what there, invalid. Invalid. Why it is invalid here? No. Why? Because boolean is a variable here we brought. Say for example, one row I removed, valid. Now it is valid. Now it is not a keyword. It is not a primitive data type. Some variable name. So maybe in our written test, this kind of logics maybe people are going to queue. This rule is asked is they are going to ask one question there. In the next question, they'll provide some spelling mistake. They'll do some swirling mistake there in that boolean. One word they removed there. By in a overlook, we are going to think it's like what their data type now. As an identifier, we should not use data type. By having this kind of thinking, no, there we are able to say the option is what there, invalid option. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? But in that exam might be what people are thinking, overthinking. No, are yeah, that question paper, who are giving that question paper, they might be done mistake. No, it might be boolean. That's why they are going to put at what there, right mark. No, don't in that way. That overthinking not required. As is on that exam paper, what is there, that we have to find. Okay, unnecessarily don't think about it. That who are giving that paper, they have given some spelling mistakes, so you want to correct it. And some other people are doing overaction, like they are correcting in the question paper and they are giving answers now. No? Right, sir. Don't have that. They are given paper in the sense that is a finalized paper. There we have to check it. If it is really wrong, definitely they will give mark to you. By default, they will give mark to you if they have done any mistake there. Otherwise, they are not giving that. Right, so now these are the points here we have to understand clearly. Almost all 6 number of points here I covered, guys. Now try to understand it. What exactly the content here I covered in today's session. Now observe carefully. I need to talk about a few more points here, but let us have some review about all the points here. First of all, today I started our content with what there, language fundamentals. Observe carefully. To prepare Java applications, Java has to provide some basic programming elements which are not created by the developers explicitly, called language fundamentals. All right. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following fundamentals. What are the various fundamentals are now we are having? Tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements, arrays. Then what exactly the tokens now? The logical individual unit in Java programming is called as what there? Lexeme. The collection of lexemes come under a particular group called a token. Right, sir. Example I've given, number of tokens here, we understood that. That's okay, fine. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following types of tokens. What are the various types of tokens are available? Identifiers, literals, keywords or residual words, operators. Now here, what is an identifier? Now tell me. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, interfaces, and so on. To provide identifiers to the programming elements, Java has provided the following rules and regulations. All Java identifiers must not be started with a number. All Java identifiers must start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be a number or an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol. All right, sir. Now these are the examples we have given. What are valid cases and what are invalid cases? All Java identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. All right, sir. Now some examples are given there where valid and invalid cases are available that we have to identify. Next one is what there. All Java identifiers are not allowing operators. So here also be some valid cases and invalid cases are given. All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbols and dollar symbols. Underscore symbols and dollar symbols are allowed, but the remaining symbols are not allowed. So here we have seen some valid cases and invalid cases. All Java identifiers are not using keywords. What are the various keywords you know? Then which are keywords and which are non-keywords now that we have to identify. On the basis of that, here we have to evaluate it. Into A is equal to is okay, but break, for, continue, all these are what are keywords only. They are invalid. All Java identifiers are not using primitive data types like byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. There we can identify valid cases and invalid cases clearly. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point or not? Next one, after completion of this, that another point here. Seventh point. Listen, all of you listen carefully. Point number 7. In Java applications, in Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. This is information only, not a condition. This is normal statement only, not a condition. In Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names, all predefined classes names as identifiers. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? We are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. I need to give some examples here in this case, now try to understand it clearly. First one, directly I want to say int a is equal to 10. A is a normal variable, sir. A is what there? Normal variable. Observe carefully. In the same example, int exception is equal to 10. Exception is what there? Predefined class name. Exception in Java, exception is what there? Predefined class name. That we can use as an integer variable. That exception is a predefined class name, no? That we can use as what there? An integer variable. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? This we can use as like what there? An integer variable. Is clear? Clear to all of you know? Right, so this is one point. Next one. So here we are not having any error here. Now I want to say like what there? Status is what there? No compilation error. Valid case. I'm telling that no compilation error. If you declare them, I'll show programmatically also. Don't worry for it. I'll let a program to show this particular point here. Next one. Example 2. Observe carefully. Example 2. String str is equal to abc. This is valid. We don't have any problem up to now. This is valid up to now. The next one is here. What I'm telling there, string is equal to string. String is equal to string. String is a predefined class name actually. String str is equal to abc. In place of str, I'm using the same class name. In place of str, I'm using what the same class name. To give confusion, I've given this example. Nothing else is there. Nothing is there. So in place of str, I've given what the string. String is a predefined class name. This is a normal class name. Is okay. Is a part of the syntax. But in place of this str, I given string. Of course, not only string. I can use might be exception. I can use might be like what there, integer, like this wrapper class name. We can use array list. Anything we can use. No problem. But I want to give what the string. Fortunately, value also we are given what there string. All are string. Still it is valid. Still it is valid. I'll let a program. I'll show that. Don't worry for it. Right, sir. Now the status is like what there? No compilation error. Status is what there? No compilation error. There I'm able to provide outputs. So this type of questions we are able to get in our written test, company written test. Understand my point here? From today onwards, every point is important here. Every point is like what their programmatic related view only. So we have to put concatenation. Understand it here? But I'll show in programmatic way. Then these examples can. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Okay. So do one thing. Then I have one more example there. That example required definitely some practical proof. Required some explanation there. That example I want to give on tomorrow. And tomorrow I will discuss about that example here. But these are valid up to now. No need to worry for it. These two also I'm going to show in a programmatic way now. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? Okay, fine. Do one thing. Just give a 1 minute of time, guys. All of you know. Just 1 minute of time. I think previously some of you are having some link, right? Previously, all of you are having some link, am I right? Java 430 link is available. Just 1 minute, guys. One minute. Today notes, how we are going to access it, no? I think some of you are having this link previously, right? Can you please check it now and keep this link in browser? What we are getting, you are getting that documents. That means this is folder link or document link. I want to check now. Can you please check it now? What is this link actually? Is it a folder share or a document share? Only document only. That means you are not seeing any other documents, right? We are not seeing any other document, right? Okay, no problem. Now I will give the document link to you. Don't worry for it. Right. Why? Because we are going to provide a number of documents. That means for each and every topic, I'm going to prepare a separate document. No, so I want to give some folder share to you. Just 1 minute, guys. Don't worry. Right. So now something else here I want to give. Okay, no problem. That PM is not required. Java 430 notes. I'm going to provide this. All right, sir. Guys, all of you, I'm telling there, try to take this link. This link. This is permanent link for all of us. Directly folder link I'm giving there, where number of topics I'm going to prepare there. For every topic, I'm going to prepare a separate document. There, all documents here we are able to get. Just open this. Then https:/tinyurl.com/java 430 notes. Okay, just one time check it. No, that folder, that means we are able to open that folder. That means there we have to see, and three, like what I'm telling there, three documents we have to see as of now. Three or two, of course, three documents there we are able to see. Today we started with what, the language fundamentals. Yes sir, all of you are getting the document. Let me check it once. 1 minute, let me check it. That's okay, fine. All right, sir. Now okay, this is like what I'm giving there, language fundamentals part here I'm discussing there. Now just we can use this. Anyway, today's document is available with the language fundamentals. There we can identify this. Okay, and one more thing, I need to give some access to you. Just 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, wait. Yeah, it's okay. Anyone with the link, it's okay. No problem. Right, sir. No problem. I think all of you are able to open that link, right? There we are able to see some documents here. So we can use this. This is a URL for the classroom notes. Max, the same URL I'm going to use there throughout our Java, core Java, up to core Java. And I'm going to start advanced Java. There I'm going to plan for it. Understand it clearly. Okay, sir. That's all, guys. That's all for today. Then we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining content. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Which one? Find the value statement of the following list. All Java naming conventions are mandatory for predefined library, right? All Java naming conventions are optional for user-defined library. All Java naming conventions are suggestible for user-defined library. All the above. Four answers. What? In general, we will use Java editor to write Java programs and to save Java files. In general, we will not use Java editors to compile program and to execute program. In general, we will use Java editors to write Java program to save, right? One is right. Second one is what there. We will not use Java editor to compile. Yes, right. In general, we will use IDEs for real-time application development, right? All right. Answer is find the invalid statement. Fourth option is right. None of the above. Hmm. Yeah, we will use Java editors to write and save the Java programs, right? ఎక్కడ డేటా టైప్ కదా ఫ్లోట్ అండ్ డేటా టైప్ దాని వేరియబుల్ కి ఇచ్చేయలేం కదా లేదా జావాలో ఏం లేదు డబుల్ ఫ్లోట్ ఏం లేదు జావాలో డేటా టైప్ వేరియబుల్ నేమ్ దట్స్ ఇట్ టూ టైమ్స్ ఏం రావు దానిలో జావా ఎస్ వాట్స్ ఇట్ think of it what I given inside the class now. Important point. Then every time I give in this point there. So if you want to give import package statements now, what is the condition? No, no, no. Package declaration statement if I use, what is the condition? So package declaration statement should be the first statement or not? Yeah, it should be the first statement. Package declaration statement should be the first statement on the base of the document. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.